Hey everybody, BJ and Cooking and Things. I thought I'd bring y'all outside with me today. I'm getting ready to check on the chickens and give them a little bit of mealworms and see how they're doing today. So how y'all doing? I hope you're doing okay. It's been a little hectic day here for us. Mike's not feeling the greatest. He's back in the bed. I told him, but I encouraged him all day to get lay down, but he wouldn't do it. Now finally, I guess he couldn't take it anymore, so he's laying down. But I try to get him to do this every day to get a nap, and not sit up so much and wear himself out. But that's hard to do because he's not going to listen to me. But I got the type of husband, y'all. He wants to make sure that BJ's okay. He always have. I mean, if he wasn't working, he always get up in the morning. The first thing he want to do is fix me something to eat. And when we moved in with Mama, he did the same thing for Mama. The first thing he did every morning was fix her something to eat, and then he'd fix me something. Some days I wouldn't even be awake, didn't even know he had got up. And I'd be like, what are you doing? He said, nothing, just later, I'm fixing you something to eat. And this man had cancer then, y'all, and we didn't know. But he's always been that type of person, even before we got married. He always wanted to take care of BJ. He wanted to make sure BJ was okay. Because I did have some medical issues when we got together, but it was not serious. I mean, there was things that happened to everybody. We all get sick, And I worked extremely hard when I went to the hospital to work as a supervisor. I had them 23 head of people to take care of. And it was physical and mental as well. So I just didn't do supervisory work. I'd done manual labor as well. That supervisor job required that. And so he wanted to take care of me as well as, just like I was sick. And he still does it today. I can't get him to stop. Just like this morning, he went out and let those chickens out before I got up this morning. I told him I was going to let them out, but oh no, he wanted to let the chickens out. And I'll give you a good example of that. I always tell him, Mike, don't get up, because I try to let them out by 7:30 in the morning. But no, he don't want me to get up and do it. He wants to do it. And it's hard, y'all. It's hard to, I guess, for him to stop doing things that he normally does. Because I tell him these chickens, will be okay. Just let me handle the chickens and I do it. But no, he wants to do it himself. But I brought y'all out here with me today because I'm going to give them some mealworms. And they love these mealworms. Things is expensive, though. I don't know if y'all have ever had bought any of these things. Let me see if I can show them to you. Should have turned my camera around. But they're mealworms. Very expensive. Very expensive things. But these chickens love these things. Let me see if I can turn it around now and let you get a look at them. I don't even know how to turn this thing around on here now. But I zoomed it in. It zoomed in a little bit. But, and I know the sun is glaring on my face because it's in the afternoon. But, how do you stop a person from trying to take care of somebody else when they sick themselves, y'all? That's what I basically wanted to come on here today and talk about. How do you do that? I mean, how can you get a person to stop doing for other people when they know they're the ones that's sick? I mean, I enjoy him doing things for me, but I want him to remember he's the one sick. I'll be okay, but my husband is hard-headed like that. I mean, I enjoy him, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but I don't enjoy it now to know that he's sick and he's not taking serious of what's going on with him. He'd rather do for me, because this morning he got up. I'll tell you what he did. He got up, And I didn't know he was up again. I woke up and I said, Michael, what are you doing? He said, well, I just thought maybe I'd get up and fix us something to eat. I said, well, Mike, I don't want anything right now. I said, go back to bed and get some rest. Oh, no. He goes in the kitchen and comes back and he had fixed us both a sandwich. And I really weren't hungry, but I eat it, part of it. I didn't eat it all, which I never eat all my breakfast in the morning time because I've never been a person to eat in the morning. But I have to eat since I'm a borderline diabetic or I'm a sugar drop. And he knows this. But I told him, I said, go back to bed. I'll be okay. So he stayed up, fixed the food. I don't know what he did after then because after I ate the sandwich, instead of me just getting up and getting in the shower, I dozed off. And I woke up, he was still sitting up. Sitting in the room looking at me, and I'm like, Mike, are you going back to bed? No, not right now. But I knew he wasn't feeling that good because when he went and took his shower and came back, he said, he feels like there's something in his rectum he can't get out. And he said, baby, can I take this for a laxative? I said, no, you just took a laxative last week. You don't need another one. But the doctor told him it would be that way with the surgery he did on him. You know, it would feel that way, so not to worry about it. So I gave him some pain medication. He took that. And when I got up and took my shower and looked, he was back in the bed. I said, well, thank God, you know. I said, Jehovah knows the best, knows his body's just needing the rest. But I don't know how long he'll sleep. When I get back in, he's been asleep a little while now. He might be up. Because if he misses me in the house, he's up. He's up to see where I'm at. I don't want him to do that, but he does it. But I wanted to, share that little bit with y'all, but just to tell you, what type of husband I had. Oh, I have. Not had, I'm sorry, but I have. Still to this day, even though he's sick. And it's so hard for him to get out of trying to take care of me as well as himself. And I don't, people look at it and they say, well, even my grandchildren, they call us mom and daddy because we raised these two girls. And they'll say, Mama, leave him alone. Daddy's always done that. But I don't want him to do that now. He's got his own problems he's dealing with, and I want him to take care of Mike, or let me help take care of him. But he don't give me a chance to do that. Hardly ever do he give me a chance to get up in the morning and fix anything. Because I'm not a morning person, because I don't sleep at night, y'all. And it's really been like that ever since I moved over here for sure. Started taking care of Mama. Mama's been gone now, going on 2 years, and I still cannot go to sleep at night. And I think that's because I'm in this house where she was, and I set myself in a position to get up and stay awake to monitor her. So now I still can't it's getting better, but I'm still not there. Some mornings at 4 and 5 o'clock, I'm still awake. And I'm sitting saying to myself, what are you doing? Mama's not here. She's not going to get up and go to the bathroom without you knowing it because she's not here anymore. Because that's the things she would do. She'd get up and fly across the hall, because the bathroom's across the hallway from my room. And she'd go across that hall and try to get in that bathroom and dash back out and go to her bedroom and not wake me up. But I'd be awake anyway. Because she had failed a couple of times and I didn't want her to do it anymore without me knowing it. And it's hard to get used to trying to go back to sleep. Because I had set my body to that for 3 years. My body had been set basically to monitor her at night, even when I was working. Because I worked the first year I moved in here because she wasn't, in that bad of shape. I worked the first year I moved in here, and then I was trying to, keep up with her and make sure nothing didn't happen. But now I can't get the chance to take care of Mike because Mike's always taking care of me. And I'm like, what I do and how do I get him to slow down? He just started letting me drive back and forth to Georgia. When we go to Georgia, y'all, in the beginning, he would drive every mile to Georgia and back. But now, when we get in the rental car, I get in that rental car and I take the seat and I start driving. I don't say anything. But if I get tired, I try to get halfway point and let him drive. But if not, he'll get in there and he'll drive all the way home. Just like 2 weeks ago when we went, he got in the car and on the way back, he didn't let me drive on the way back. And I said, Michael, I'll drive back. He, no, no, no. So we got in the South Carolina line. I said, at the rest center, I said, Mike, let me drive back. I'll finish the drive. No, no, I feel like I can drive it all the way. So he drove all the way home, y'all. And because sometimes when I drive, I get a headache. And that headache is hard to get rid of sometimes. And plus, I got vertigo. And you say, no, I don't want nothing to happen. You to get sick. Because a couple of times I've got sick going there and coming back. And I've had to sleep all the way. And the next day, I'd sleep because my medication made me sleep. And I'd be throwing up. But truly, he's one of a kind. I have him. And he's my second husband. I don't know what I would do if something was to happen to him, because, like I said, I don't know what it's like to get up and literally make me something to eat. And it's been years, y'all. Mike and I's been together for over 20 years. Yeah, because my grandbaby's 21, and we had been together a little while before we got her, and she was 6 months old when we got her. Yeah, we weren't married in the beginning, but we're married now, been married for a while. But I don't, even at that time, he was doing this stuff. I don't know what I'd do without him. Before we moved here, he was still running tubs of water for me to take a bath at night when I'd get off of work. Lay my gown out when I'd get home. It would be laying on the bed. He's just that type of man, and I guess it's into him now. And I asked him, did he do that for all his women? He said no. He said, I did it for one. He said, but never like I'm doing for you. He said, because you were the one that I knew was a true woman. And I understand that, but now I want him to slack up. So, and I don't want to hurt his feelings and, just tell him to stop and let me do for him, because he don't know how to take that word stop. He don't want to even hear it. So if y'all have any suggestions of things that I could say to him or move him into a way, even if I get up, I have got up a few mornings and tried to fix something to eat, and he'd hear me up, he'd go in that bathroom. Next thing I know, he's in there with me. And I'm like, just stay in the bed and I'll fix it. But he will, some afternoons I cook. I carry his food to him. And he'll say, thank you. And I say, well, you need to let me do this a lot more. And he'll say, no, I can do it. I'm fine. And I think, then I come to the realization, well, is he doing this to keep himself going because he's always done it? And if that is the reason, I don't want to take it from him. I want him to, continue that. If that's the way he feels that he'll still, be doing the stuff he used to do. But I don't want him to feel like that's what he has to do. But I thought I'd bring y'all on today and share that a little bit with y'all. And because I come out to give the chickens some mealworms, check on them, because like I said, they're a chicken hawk around here, and he constantly stays over my chickens and this man's chickens next door. And I don't have before, y'all. I try to keep up with them. And I do. I got them for mama, and I got them for, to raise eggs, because eggs were high. And I get about one every other day or two every other day. Now, the summer, I had 4 hens. I was getting 4 a day. I'm thinking about trying to get me another hen, because I'm pretty sure y'all eggs is going to go back up. And that's all I need anyway, is a few. I don't need a lot, because we don't eat a lot of eggs. Mike and my granddaughter eats more eggs than anybody else. And I bought eggs 2 times since I bought these chickens. And they started laying, because we don't eat that much. But it's good to come on and just to vent a little bit and let y'all know some of the things that just went on today. I can tell, he's not Mike, and his bottom is bothering him. But that's just one of the cancers. The other cancer, he never complains, and he never has any problem out of it, because he didn't even know he didn't even know he had that cancer until he was checked. But y'all, I'm gonna get off and let y'all go. And I was so glad to look on my phone and see that I had got some more new subscribers. And I'm I'm thankful, y'all, and I'm thankful for all the prayers I'm getting. And I do pray for all my YouTube people. Because we need it. This system we live in, y'all, we need the prayers. We cannot live without Jehovah and his son. There's no way. Man tries to live on his own, but he can't do it. I mean, that's the reason we're in the situation we're in now. Man trying to leave Jehovah and Jesus out of everything, but it's not going to happen, and it won't never ever happen. But I do pray for y'all. I pray for everybody, especially these people that was in Los Angeles with that fire. Yeah, they got money, but money ain't everything, y'all. I'm pretty sure everybody lives there is not rich. And people here in North Carolina was in the mountains. I seen on the phone this week where some of these motels that had an agreement with FEMA for these people to stay in the motels until they get them set up, they put them out 4 to 6 days before the contract was up. Didn't even give FEMA time to even renew the contract. Put these people out knowing the mountains are covered with snow. And that's what I say. This is part of the government we live with, y'all. And I don't blame one person for it. This is Satan's system. I don't know if y'all truly believe that or not, but this is Satan's system. He rules this system because if it weren't so, he would have never offered Jesus all his kingdoms here if he would just give him one act of worship. And he turned around and told him, the man don't live on bread alone. He lives on every word that comes from Jehovah's mouth. So that told me right there, sure, this system belongs to Satan. Jehovah give this to him. And that's one of the reasons this system is like it is, y'all. But I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your day. And I will be back. And maybe I'll get to cook some things. I want to cook some egg custard pies. I know y'all pretty sure. A lot of people call them egg pies. We call them egg custards. But I want to cook some of those, and I'll show y'all how we cook them. But I'll be back. Y'all take care. Remember to subscribe, share, like, and help me out, y'all. Bye now.